I'm Kate Jacoutot, and welcome to the Marketing Mindset. Each week we do marketing mindset, and topics range from telling a brand story to tips on being more creative, simplistic, or empathetic in your marketing, to building great teams or relationships with clients, to even Agency Sparks events. So if you want to check out more of our marketing mindset videos, you can go to agencysparks.com/marketingmindset, or if you want to check out the blog that this marketing mindset is based on, you can go to agencysparks.com/blog archives. Today we wanted to talk about email marketing. When I look at email marketing, I look at it in two ways. One, as a consumer, and the other way is as a marketer. As a consumer, when somebody emails me and I know that I didn't just subscribe to their list, I cannot hit the unsubscribe button fast enough. It feels like an invasion of my privacy, and I don't think anyone really enjoys being placed on a list that they didn't sign up for. But as a consumer, I also have a lot of emails that I look forward to. So one of them is Ulta. It's a B2C e-commerce for makeup and stuff like that. And their emails are particularly interesting to me because they use a combination of tiered loyalty rewards. So if you spend X amount of money in a given year, you get like platinum status and they give you extra discounts. They also curate packages that if you spend a certain amount of money online, then you get, 10 free samples of some kind of product. And, that one's really interesting to me, and I'm always looking forward to opening it. But, in some ways, B2C e-commerce is a little bit easier than some other kinds of email marketing because, everyone likes discounts. So as far as content marketing, email marketing goes, I really enjoy Apartment Therapy because, they are a specific niche that they address. They like to target renters and interior design for renters. So not every business can rely on discounts to promote their brand. So Apartment Therapy's newsletters consist of more content-based, design tips, and stuff that's also tangentially related to their core offering. So for example, I got an email about how to clean burnt pots and scorched pans, and I, as a marketer, I'm aware that they do a lot of affiliate advertising, but the way that they package it as a resource to me makes me be okay with that. But as far as B2B, that's probably the most challenging kind of email marketing because you're not giving discounts, and you have to keep your audience engaged if you don't want them to subscribe. So my choice for my favorite B2B email marketing is from a site called Creative Market. So they are kind of like Etsy for design resources. So you can go there and look at a list of resources that artists sell, like Photoshop actions, textures, backgrounds, that kind of thing. And every Monday, they send me 6 free goods that they curate, and I look forward to receiving that email. And while they're giving a lot of stuff away for free to me, they're the first resource I think of when I need a design resource. So let's talk about what I think of email marketing as a marketer. I try to approach email marketing the same way I approach content marketing. I try to educate, to entertain, or provide some sort of resource. I try to build trust, loyalty, and connection by offering valuable and relevant content to my subscribers. And I get that it's easy to get caught up in what email marketing can do for you and your business's goals. But I also get that it's easy to choose the different platforms. There's hundreds of different email platforms out there, and you can get caught up in all of the features. But the truth is, if you have the most sophisticated and expensive platform, that doesn't mean that you're going to get results. It's all about how you leverage it. So I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to get started with your email marketing. So tip number 1, don't just do email for the sake of doing email. Lots of brands engage in marketing activities just for the sake of doing it. We've seen social media accounts that are just vacant, where brands will create it and then just leave it there because they just want to do social. Same thing kind of goes for email marketing. When you're present just for the sake of being present, you're going to be disappointed with the results. Tip number 2, start at the end. This kind of goes hand in hand with the first tip, but don't start planning out the frequency with which you're going to send the emails and what you want to do with it until you have a specific end goal in mind. That way you can kind of map it backwards from there. Tip number 3, slow and steady is almost always better than fast and spammy. Don't buy lists. As I said in the beginning, people don't like to be placed into an email list that they didn't subscribe to. Build your subscriber list slowly by providing value, slow and steady. You'll have better open rates and better click-through rates as a result. Tip number 4, Build up a picture of your subscriber over time. Don't try to gather all of the information you need for segmentation up front. So, I've seen forums that are seemingly endless, where they want my age, my job title, my company, how many people work at my company, and that sort of thing. And not only do I not feel comfortable disclosing that all the time, it's also just a pain in the butt. So, research shows that the more simplistic forms get a better conversion rate. So that makes sense, right? I mean, the easier something is to do, the more likely someone is to do it. So tip number 5, get creative with segmentation. So without a long form that captures all the information you could ever need about a subscriber, you may want to ask, well, how do I segment? There are a lot of ways to segment outside of capturing it up front in the form, and most of them revolve around subscriber activity. So what kinds of things are your subscribers opening? What kinds of things are they clicking on? And does that offer any insight into their interests? Are there any patterns or trends that could form a segment? On our blog, we link to an article that offers some creative segmentation ideas, so I highly encourage you to check that out. Tip number 6, leverage automations. Automations can be twice as effective at boosting conversion rates than generic, non-targeted campaigns. Once you have your strategy mapped, you should walk yourself through a typical customer journey and think about the potential trigger points that you could set up through an automation. And on our blog, we also have linked to a couple of articles from HubSpot and MailChimp that kind of can get the wheels turning on how to set up your automation strategy. And finally, tip number 7, take care of your email list. List maintenance is really important. Bad data skews the data that's critical to planning for the future of your email strategy. And disengaged contacts, out-of-date contacts, or poorly organized lists and tags can not only affect your productivity, but it can also affect your deliverability. So it's important to look at the whole list and get a really well thought out list organization strategy. So at the end of the day, you can't expect to get opens unless your subscribers are interested in the subject line and preview pane of your content. You can't expect to get clicks if your subscriber opens the email and they're not interested in what's inside. And you can't expect to keep your subscribers if your email strategy is all about you and not about them. So thank you for watching. We'd be happy to hear about what you'd like us to cover next. We're looking forward to your comments and suggestions, and you can check out this one and past episodes at agencysparks.com/themarketingmindset. On our YouTube, it's youtube.com/agencysparks, or on our blog archives page, agencysparks.com/blog archives.